The Earth lies in ruins, devastated by the unstoppable force of Majin Buu. Cities are reduced to rubble, and the once vibrant world is shrouded in darkness. The Z fighters, the planet's last line of defense, have been pushed to their limits, their hope dwindling as they face an enemy unlike any they have encountered before.
Majin Buu,
with his childlike demeanor and monstrous power, is a being of pure destruction, a force that seems impossible to stop. Amidst the chaos stands Vegeta, the proud Saiyan Prince. Once a villain who sought power above all else, Vegeta has undergone a profound transformation since his arrival on Earth. He has battled alongside the Z fighters, formed bonds he never thought possible, and even started a family with Bulma. But despite all of this, Vegeta's pride has remained a constant source of inner conflict. Now, as the world teeters on the brink of annihilation, Vegeta faces a choice that will define his legacy, a choice that will force him to confront his past sins and the man he has become. Majin Buu's reign of terror has brought the Earth to its knees, unleashed by the dark wizard Babidi. Buu is an ancient, destructive force with a seemingly insatiable appetite for chaos. His power is overwhelming, his resilience unmatched, and his capacity for regeneration makes him nearly invincible. The Z fighters have thrown everything they have at Buu. Nothing has been able to stop him, as hope fades. Vegeta knows that the time has come for him to make the ultimate sacrifice. A sacrifice that will test the limits of his strength, his pride, and his love for those he has come to care for. Vegeta's journey has been one of power, pride, ultimately, redemption. Born as the prince of the Saiyan race, Vegeta was raised to be a warrior, a conqueror, and a destroyer. His pride was his driving force, leading him to seek greater power and dominance over others. But his time on Earth changed him. Through his battles with Goku, his interactions with the Z fighters, and his relationship with Bulma and Trunks, Vegeta began to see a different path, a path where power was not the only measure of a warrior's worth. Despite these changes, Vegeta's pride has remained a constant struggle. He has wrestled with his sense of superiority, his rivalry with Goku, and his desire to be the strongest. But now, as Majin Buu threatens everything he has come to care about, Vegeta faces a moment of truth. He must decide whether to cling to his pride or to embrace the humanity he has come to value. This battle is not just a fight against Buu, it is a fight for Vegeta's soul, a battle to determine who he truly is. Majin Buu is a creature of pure chaos, created millennia ago by the evil wizard Babidi. Buu's purpose was simple: to destroy, sealed away for centuries. Buu was eventually revived by Bibidi's son, Babidi, who sought to use Buu's power to conquer the universe. But Buu is not a simple tool. His power is unpredictable, his mind childlike and impulsive, and his capacity for destruction is limitless. Buu's rampage across the Earth has left nothing but devastation in his wake, and even the combined might of the Z fighters has been unable to stop him. Buu's resilience is one of his most terrifying traits. He can regenerate from nearly any injury, making him nearly impossible to kill. His energy attacks are devastating, and his physical strength is unmatched. But what makes Buu truly dangerous is his unpredictability. His actions are driven by a twisted sense of playfulness, making him a force of nature that cannot be reasoned with or controlled. As Vegeta prepares to face Buu, he knows that this battle will not be won through brute strength alone. It will require a sacrifice that only he can make. The stakes of this battle could not be higher. The Earth, and everyone Vegeta has come to care about, hangs in the balance. But for Vegeta, this battle is also deeply personal. It is a chance to atone for his past sins, to make up for the mistakes he has made, and to prove to himself that he is more than just a Saiyan warrior. This is his moment to redefine his legacy, not as a conqueror, but as a protector. Vegeta's journey has brought him to this point, where his pride, his power, and his love for his family collide. He knows that Buu is a threat that cannot be defeated through conventional means, and that the only way to stop him is to make the ultimate sacrifice. This battle is his chance for redemption, a chance to prove that he has truly changed. The fate of the Earth rests on his shoulders, and Vegeta is determined to see it through to the end. As Vegeta prepares to face Majin Buu, his resolve hardens. He knows that this battle will be his last, but he is at peace with that. For the first time in his life, Vegeta is willing to put aside his pride and his desire for power. He has come to understand that there are things more important than strength. Things like love, family, and the bonds he has formed with the people of Earth. This realization gives him a sense of clarity, a sense of purpose that he has never felt before. Vegeta's decision to sacrifice himself is not made lightly. He knows that he is the only one who can stop Buu, but he also knows that it will cost him his life. He is willing to make that sacrifice, not just for the Earth, but for his son, Trunks, and for Bulma, the woman he loves. This battle is his chance to protect them, to ensure that they have a future, even if he will not be there to see it. Vegeta's resolve is unshakable. He will do whatever it takes to stop Buu, even if it means giving up everything he has fought for. Majin Buu is a threat unlike any Vegeta has faced before. His power is overwhelming, his resilience unmatched, and his unpredictability makes him a terrifying opponent. Buu's childlike demeanor hides a monstrous capacity for destruction, and Vegeta knows that defeating him will require more than just strength. It will require a willingness to make the ultimate sacrifice. Buu's ability to regenerate from nearly any injury makes him nearly invincible, and his energy attacks are capable of leveling entire cities. But what makes Buu truly dangerous is his unpredictability. His actions are driven by a twisted sense of playfulness, making him a force of nature that cannot be reasoned with or controlled. As Vegeta prepares to face Buu, he knows that this battle will not be won through brute strength alone. It will require a sacrifice that only he can make. As Vegeta and Majin Buu stand facing each other, the tension is almost unbearable. The earth itself seems to hold its breath as the two warriors prepare to clash. For Vegeta, this battle is more than just a fight. It is a moment of truth, a chance to prove to himself and to the world that he has truly changed. The weight of his past sins, his pride, and his desire for redemption all come crashing down on him, but he stands resolute, ready to make the ultimate sacrifice. Buu, for his part, is oblivious to the significance of the moment. To him, this is just another fight, another chance to unleash his destructive power. But Vegeta knows that this battle will define his legacy, not as a Saiyan prince, as a protector of Earth. The stage is set for a confrontation that will test the limits of Vegeta's strength, his resolve, and his humanity. The battle begins with an explosive clash of power and energy. Vegeta, determined to protect the Earth and his loved ones, unleashes his full strength against Majin Buu. His attacks are precise, powerful, and relentless, each one designed to push Buu to his limits. Vegeta fights with a combination of raw power and tactical precision, using everything he has learned in his years of battle to counter Buu's overwhelming strength. Buu, however, is no ordinary opponent. His ability to regenerate from any injury and his seemingly limitless energy make him a formidable adversary. No matter how many times Vegeta strikes, Buu simply reforms, his body seemingly impervious to damage. The initial exchange of blows is intense, with both warriors pushing each other to the brink. But as the battle wears on, it becomes clear that Buu's resilience is more than even Vegeta can overcome. As the battle rages on, Vegeta is haunted by memories of his past. He remembers his quest for power, his rivalry with Goku, and the many times he has allowed his pride to dictate his actions. But now, as he fights to protect the Earth, Vegeta realizes that this battle is about more than just defeating Buu. It is about overcoming his own inner demons. He knows that his pride has been both his greatest strength and his greatest weakness, and that the only way to win this battle is to let go of that pride. Vegeta's internal struggle is intense. He is torn between his desire to prove himself as the strongest and his newfound understanding of what it means to protect those he loves. This battle is his chance for redemption, his chance to atone for his past sins. But as he fights, Vegeta realizes that defeating Buu through conventional means may be impossible. The only way to stop Buu is to make the ultimate sacrifice, to give his life in exchange for the safety of his loved ones in the Earth. Majin Buu's resilience is unmatched. No matter how many times Vegeta strikes him down, Buu simply regenerates, his body reforming as if nothing had happened. Buu's childlike demeanor hides a monstrous capacity for destruction, and his ability to absorb and deflect Vegeta's attacks makes him a nearly invincible opponent. Vegeta, despite his best efforts, finds himself pushed to the brink, his energy waning as Buu continues to press the attack. Buu's resilience forces Vegeta to confront the reality of the situation. There is no conventional way to defeat Buu. The only way to stop him is to make a sacrifice, to use a technique that will destroy Buu at the cost of Vegeta's own life. As Vegeta comes to this realization, his resolve hardens. He knows what he must do, and he is willing to do it no matter the cost. In a moment of clarity, Vegeta realizes that the only way to defeat Majin Buu is to use his own life force to destroy him. He prepares to use the final explosion, a technique that will unleash all of his energy in a single, devastating blast. Vegeta knows that this attack will cost him his life, but he is willing to make that sacrifice if it means saving the Earth and his loved ones. As Vegeta prepares for the final explosion, he takes one last look at Trunks, his son. In that moment, Vegeta's pride falls away, replaced by a deep and overwhelming love for his family. He embraces Trunks, telling him how proud he is and asking him to take care of Bulma. It is a moment of pure emotion, a moment where Vegeta finally lets go of his past and embraces the man he has become. The music swells, capturing the depth of Vegeta's feelings as he prepares to make the ultimate sacrifice. With a final farewell to Trunks, Vegeta turns to face Majin Buu. He knows that this is the end, but he faces it with courage and resolve. The final explosion is a technique that will use all of Vegeta's energy, reducing his body to dust in the process. But Vegeta is at peace with this decision. He knows that his sacrifice will give the Earth a fighting chance, and that his legacy will be one of redemption and love. The energy builds within Vegeta, growing brighter and more intense with each passing second. The ground shakes, the air crackles with power, and a blinding light begins to emanate from Vegeta's body. With a final, defiant roar, Vegeta unleashes the final explosion, releasing all of his energy in a single, devastating blast. The explosion is immense, obliterating everything in its path, including Vegeta himself. It is a moment of tragic beauty, a moment where Vegeta's sacrifice becomes a symbol of his redemption. The scale of Vegeta's sacrifice is immense. The final explosion is a technique that unleashes all of Vegeta's energy in a single, devastating blast, reducing everything around him to rubble. The ground shakes, the air is filled with the sound of thunder, and the very fabric of reality seems to warp under the force of the explosion. Vegeta's body is reduced to dust, his life force extinguished in an instant. But even as the dust settles, the true impact of Vegeta's sacrifice becomes clear. Majin Buu, though severely damaged, begins to regenerate, his body reforming as if nothing had happened. Vegeta's ultimate attack, his final sacrifice, was not enough to destroy Buu. The realization is devastating. But Vegeta's sacrifice was not in vain. His actions have bought the Earth precious time that the remaining Z fighters can use to regroup and find a new way to defeat Buu. As the dust settles, the Z fighters and Trunks are left in shock. Vegeta, the proud Saiyan Prince, has sacrificed himself in a desperate attempt to destroy Majin Buu. The weight of his sacrifice is heavy, and the loss is deeply felt by everyone who knew him. Trunks, in particular, is devastated by the loss of his father. The realization that Vegeta is gone, that he gave his life to protect the Earth, is almost too much to bear. The Z fighters gather around the site of Vegeta's sacrifice, mourning the loss of their friend and comrade. But even in their grief, they know that Vegeta's sacrifice was not in vain. He gave his life to protect the Earth, and his actions have inspired them to continue the fight. The shock of losing Vegeta is tempered by the knowledge that his sacrifice has given them a chance to stop Majin Buu. Despite Vegeta's ultimate sacrifice, Majin Buu survives. His body, though severely damaged, begins to regenerate, reforming into the monstrous creature that has brought the Earth to its knees. The realization that even Vegeta's final explosion was not enough to destroy Buu is devastating, but it also steals the resolve of the remaining Z fighters. They know that they must continue the fight, that Vegeta's sacrifice has given them the time and the motivation they need to find a way to stop Buu once and for all. Majin Buu's survival is a stark reminder of the overwhelming power they are up against, but it is also a testament to Vegeta's bravery and determination. He was willing to give everything to protect the Earth, and his sacrifice has not been in vain. The Z fighters know that they must honor Vegeta's memory by continuing the fight, by finding a way to destroy Buu and protect the Earth from destruction. Vegeta's sacrifice has transformed his legacy. No longer just the proud Saiyan Prince, Vegeta is now remembered as a hero who was willing to give his life for the Earth. His actions have inspired the remaining Z fighters, giving them the strength and the resolve they need to continue the fight. Vegeta's legacy is one of redemption, of a warrior who found his humanity and his love for his family in the final moments of his life. Vegeta's sacrifice has also left a lasting impact on those who knew him. Trunks, in particular, is deeply affected by his father's actions. He knows that Vegeta's sacrifice was made out of love for him and Bulma, and he vows to honor his father's memory by continuing the fight. Vegeta's legacy is one of love, of a warrior who was willing to give everything to protect those he cared about. Vegeta's journey from a ruthless Saiyan warrior to a protector of Earth is a powerful testament to the strength of character and the possibility of change. His sacrifice in the battle against Majin Buu is a turning point in the story, a moment where Vegeta's actions speak louder than any words. His willingness to give his life for the Earth and his loved ones is a powerful symbol of redemption, a symbol that inspires the remaining Z fighters to continue the fight. Vegeta's sacrifice is also a reminder that true strength comes not from power, but from love and the willingness to protect those you care about. Vegeta's journey has been one of self-discovery, of learning to let go of his pride and embrace his humanity. In the end, it is this humanity that defines his legacy, a legacy that will live on in the hearts of those who knew him. Vegeta's sacrifice in the battle against Majin Buu is one of the most powerful moments in Dragon Ball Z. It is a moment of redemption, of love, and of self-sacrifice. A moment that transforms Vegeta from a villain seeking power to a hero willing to die for others. Though Vegeta is gone, his spirit lives on in those who continue to fight for the Earth. The battle against Majin Buu is far from over, but Vegeta's sacrifice has given them a reason to keep fighting, a reason to believe that they can still win.